He has put a condition that his Nen's literal job is to defeat spider members. If he doesn't comply, he'll die, and he died. Just like that. Nen is broken, and this one rule proves it. What I'm about to tell you is why this one rule really defies all the logic behind Nen being one of the most balanced power systems in the entire anime community or entire Hunter x Hunter. And it's the Nen rule that destroys all logic that we know about the Hunter x Hunter power system. Hunter x Hunter has one of the most genius power systems ever built, but this one rule really flips it upside down and really contradicts the idea of it being a balanced power system. I'm gonna break it down to step by step what I mean with proof. Now, if you need a refresher, we know that Nen is basically the soul weaponized. There are different kinds of Nen users. There's Enhancer, there's Specialist, there is Transmuter, there's Conjurer, there's Emitter, Postmodern, Dual Affinity, and Manipulator. These are some of the kinds of Nen users that we have with us. Every Nen user has different properties, it has different conditions, it has different way of its usage. We saw that throughout Hunter x Hunter and in the future manga chapters. The problem is that you must have seen that some people put some kind of condition to them. Like, for example, we know that Kurapika put his condition that he can only use Nen against the Phantom Troop members. We saw the same thing with Gon when he completely went out of his control in episode 131. And we'll talk more about that later on. But I just wanted to remind you guys quickly that these are the Nen type users. Now we're gonna go into that rule which completely defies the logic of Nen itself. Now here is where it gets more complicated and more insane. So basically what Nen is, the more you limit yourself, the more powerful you become. So limiting yourself actually makes your power grow even stronger. Now, allow me to elaborate what do I mean by this. Like, there are some limitations that people set on their Nen, and this condition completely reflects upon the user and what the user intends and why the user even said. Like, for example, Kurapika. Now, Kurapika's one and only purpose is to defeat all the troop members who defeated his clan, the Kurta clan, because their eyes are very valuable in the black market. So what Kurapika did, he put a condition on his Nen, Kurapika's Emperor Time, in episode 131, when Gon went into complete rage and lost himself and became an adult Gon. Now, he also put a condition on himself, and he will literally says it, that I don't care if this is the end. So he was putting a condition on his Nen that he is ready to never use Nen again in exchange for defeating Neferpitou. So that was the condition, that was the vow that he put. Now this is where it gets even more insane. When Kurapika fought Yugen being a beast that he is, and it's not easy to kill him, don't get me wrong. Now Kurapika was so easy to kill him because his literal Nen, and he has put a condition that his Nen's literal job is to defeat spider members, the troop members. So what he does, the chain goes around his heart, and if he doesn't comply, he'll die, and he died, just like that. Same goes for Gon versus Neferpitou. When Gon became an adult Gon and defeated Pitou, he did the same thing. Now he couldn't defeat Pitou in his own current state, so he had to make a pact with Nen that in return for all the power from the future that he would get from immense years and years of training, he would get that all at once right now, and in exchange he's ready to never use Nen again. So what does this all tell us? Kurapika's fight and Gon's rage, this tells us one thing. So basically, if you're ready to die, Nen will turn you into a god. Crazy, right? I know, it defies all logic. So basically, if you're ready to die, if you are willing to no longer live, Nen will make you a literal god. That's how powerful it will make you. This kind of makes me question that why didn't Netero put any condition on his Nen to defeat Meruem? Well, I guess he had another trump card up his sleeve, or up his heart, I would say, since the bomb was inside his heart. Now that I've explained this, I want to tell you exactly why does this make the Nen concept unfair and imbalanced rather than being balanced, which it is. but there are some slight catches just like this one. Now, since this kind of condition is being put sometimes, this makes NEN risk equal reward strategy, risk equal reward condition, risk equal reward concept in NEN. And that kind of directly contradicts NEN being balanced.
Nani?
Yeah, which kind of makes me ask a question that how do you balance a system which equals self-harm? It's not possible. So if you have to give your life in return as an equivalent exchange, then the power is useless. Sure, you will serve your purpose and then you're dead. You won't die. So basically, because of this, NEN cannot be ranked like chakra. It cannot be ranked. And why can't it be ranked exactly? Let me tell you. Because the context and the creativity of any specific NEN makes it unpredictable. Because every NEN user is different. Even in the same category, like enhancer, for example, every NEN user will be a bit different from each other. So the condition they put on their NEN or the pact that they make with their NEN, it will completely depend upon them. So the context and the creativity makes it completely unpredictable. And anything that has unpredictability cannot be scaled, cannot be measured. That's the problem. This is a loophole in NEN. Sure, not everyone wants to put condition, but still kind of defies and contradicts the NEN being balanced concept. Because she's a genius when it comes to world building and also how to make fights impossible to scale. So basically, if I were to put this whole thing into one sentence, it means that the strongest NEN user isn't the one with most NEN or most abilities, but the one who's ready to lose everything. That blows my mind. So the strongest NEN user isn't the one who is with the most ability, with the most amount of training, but the one who is ready to lose everything. That's what I get from all this understanding. NEN is broken, life we all know. It's one of the best power systems ever created, and that's why we love it. So the next time when someone says that Goku single-handedly or solos the Hunter x Hunter universe, ask them this: what's Goku's NEN category? In the next video, I will break down the darkest NEN ability that you have ever heard of, and trust me, it's terrifying. That is it for today's video, and there are a lot of shorts about Hunter x Hunter on my channel too. You can check out there, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you think about this. This is kind of like a loophole, not exactly, because not everyone has to put a condition on them, but this is what I wanted to share with you guys, and let me know about your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.